In a world where Hollywood is built on iconic power couples and carefully guarded reputations, a sudden lawsuit can feel like an earthquake. Right now, that seismic shake is rattling through Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' household as they square off against Justin Baldoni. Each side insists it has the moral high ground, but lurking in the background is a billionaire willing to spare no expense, and a swirl of mysterious rumors involving some of the biggest names in entertainment. Could this be the most explosive legal saga Tinseltown has seen in recent years, or is it just another Hollywood spat spun wildly out of control? The brewing tension, long before words like settlement or subpoena entered the picture, whispers had been circulating about friction between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. At first, rumors hinted that Lively's hands-on style clashed with Baldoni's directorial vision. She's known to meticulously shape not just her character but also broader script elements, a habit that some see as creative passion and others view as overstepping professional lines. But mild tension on a movie set is nothing new. In fact, many actors and directors walk that line daily without lawsuits ever coming into play. What changed here was the scale of the disagreement and the speed at which it spiraled out of control. One moment they were debating script details on It Ends With Us. The next, allegations of unprofessional behavior and damaging whisper campaigns began to surface. Suddenly, fans and the media started to realize something bigger and more shocking might be brewing behind closed doors, especially when high-level legal teams got involved. And that's when everything truly escalated. The on-set drama and professional reputation. Even the best film productions encounter creative battles. Actors might demand a script rewrite. Producers might bristle at an actor's request for more screen time. Yet here, the friction felt deeper, hinting at clashing personalities. Lively, admired for her boldness and independence, allegedly wanted more control than Baldoni was comfortable giving. Meanwhile, Baldoni, known for a seemingly affable demeanor, might have felt cornered by Lively's persistent involvement. For many, the final straw was the rumor that Lively, backed by her husband Ryan Reynolds, began systematically leveraging her star power to influence the production. If you believe Baldoni's side, what started as creative disagreements turned into strategic pressure, culminating in a swirl of negative narratives about him. On the flip side, Lively's team insists she fought to maintain her dignity and to expose a toxic work environment. At that point, each side was accusing the other of crossing lines that no professional or ethical code should permit. Before long, these disputes became too large for the set and moved straight into the courtroom. The legal battlefield, once the lawsuits started flying, there was no turning back. Lively filed claims of sexual misconduct and orchestrated efforts to tarnish her name, serious allegations that, if true, could topple Baldoni's career for good. In response, Baldoni slapped back with his own defamation lawsuit, demanding hundreds of millions in damages. His argument? That Lively was using her celebrity clout to strong-arm him into capitulating to demands he called unfair. Fans who had once loved both stars were caught in the middle, watching the headlines stack up with each new court document that leaked. Public opinion wavered. Some stood firmly with Lively, praising her for bravely calling out misconduct in a ruthless industry. Others argued Baldoni might be a victim of overreaching claims designed to rattle him into a settlement. As the lawyers vied for leverage, it became clear the stakes were massive. If Lively emerged victorious, it would send shockwaves through Hollywood, serving as a cautionary tale to any producer or director unwilling to accommodate a powerful star's demands. But if Baldoni managed to prove the accusations baseless, Lively's own credibility could take a hit she might never fully recover from. Then, like a quiet storm-gathering force, an unlikely figure stepped in to change the game entirely: the billionaire angle. Most Hollywood lawsuits follow a predictable script. Two well-off parties clash until one realizes the legal costs outweigh the benefits of continuing, prompting an out-of-court agreement. This story broke that mold when billionaire Steve Sarowitz stepped up to finance Baldoni's defense. Sarowitz, a co-founder of a production company linked to Baldoni, made it clear he wouldn't blink at any amount of legal fees, refusing to be bullied into settling, as some sources described. For Lively and Reynolds, despite their considerable fortune, going toe-to-toe against a near-limitless legal budget is daunting. Insiders whispered that the couple, famed for their comedic charm and squeaky clean family image, was now staring down a drawn-out court process that could cost millions and reveal personal details they'd rather keep private. Sarawitz's involvement placed the pair in a pressure cooker. Would they accept a settlement that might compromise their moral stance, or would they press on and risk dragging this legal drama out into a multi-year ordeal? And just when it seemed the battle lines were set, the conflict took an even more invasive turn. Subpoenas, privacy, and accusations. Blake Lively's legal team decided to go all in by filing broad subpoenas for phone records, text messages, web searches, you name it, covering 2.5 years of Baldoni's life. These subpoenas also targeted a handful of his associates, demanding logs from calls and internet activity that went far beyond the usual legal scope. Baldoni's attorney lashed out, labeling the move a fishing expedition intended not just to gather evidence but to humiliate Baldoni and anyone in his orbit. Even veteran legal analysts were astounded by the reach of these subpoenas, wondering what Lively stood to gain by poring over unrelated internet searches or private text chains. But for Lively, the goal is likely bigger than simple humiliation. It's about uncovering a paper trail, any shred of text-based proof that might confirm a coordinated effort to destroy her reputation. If she finds evidence that Baldoni's team actively conspired to smear her in the press or behind closed doors, it could decisively tilt the case in her favor. On the other hand, many fear this level of intrusion sets a scary precedent. If one star can dig so deeply into another's private life, how might future Hollywood battles escalate? But the big names didn't stop there, and soon other celebrities and controversies came out of the woodwork. Allies, critics, and unexpected names. In any high-profile scandal, it doesn't take long before spectators rush to pick sides. Kate Beckinsale, no stranger to industry challenges, spoke out in support of Lively. She shared her own experiences of being mistreated on set, explaining how a massive PR machine can be used to bully actresses into silence. Her words struck a chord with many who view Lively as courageously standing her ground in a cutthroat environment. Yet, others found themselves leaning toward Baldoni's plight. Certain commentators, like Candace Owens, have come forward to champion his right to defend himself against what they see as an opportunistic attempt to exploit a Me Too angle. Owens even suggested Taylor Swift, once close to Lively, wants to avoid being sucked into a legal quagmire that tarnishes her brand. This rumor quickly circled through fan communities, with some speculating Swift was quietly severing ties for her own protection. True or not, the swirl of speculation only inflamed the media circus. When pop superstars, outspoken influencers, and A-list actors collide, you can bet the tabloids will amplify every whisper, leaving the public to wonder what's truth and what's spin. And while new alliances formed and old friendships crumbled, the central question remained. Would these stars settle or battle it out in the court of law? Settlement or showdown? Legal experts, gossip columnists, and fans alike have one question on their minds. Are Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds heading toward a secret settlement, or do they intend to fight this until the bitter end? On one hand, the couple's mental and emotional exhaustion is reportedly soaring. For two celebrities who meticulously maintain their images, often highlighted by comedic exchanges on social media, any reputational damage could linger for years. Extending this lawsuit might also drag in further unwelcome publicity, as details of private communications and past controversies get dredged up. On the flip side, Sarawitz's deep pockets give Baldoni a cushion few Hollywood rivals can match. If settlement talks don't meet Baldoni's terms, or if he believes he can vindicate himself fully in open court, there's little pressure for him to concede. The biggest wrench in the works is the looming trial date, potentially years away. That leaves plenty of time for more revelations, more headlines, and a grueling discovery process that could test everyone's resilience. Even a blockbuster star's reservoir of goodwill can run dry when fans see them embroiled in endless scandal. If Lively and Reynolds want to protect their brand, a settlement might be the only route. However, does that mean giving up on proving Baldoni wrong? Or at least forcing him to publicly accept blame for alleged misconduct? We're getting close to a crossroads where every side must decide whether going public with more secrets is worth the potential fallout. The high stakes. Crossroads, the trial date, currently marked for March 2026, feels both distant and dangerously close. The court of public opinion has never been more volatile. Any slip-up from either camp, be it an injudicious comment on social media or a leak from an anonymous source, could swing sympathy in unpredictable ways. As each side teeters on the possibility of a settlement, more open questions emerge. If they do cut a deal, will it include hefty payouts, public apologies, or binding non-disclosure agreements? Will certain damaging details be hidden from the world forever, or might someone leak them anyway? Then there's the matter of personal cost. Lively and Reynolds' brand revolves around their lighthearted romance and comedic banter. An image that starkly contrasts ongoing rumors of toxic set behavior and crippling legal battles. Baldoni, for his part, has built a reputation as an advocate of empathy in social issues. If a trial reveals contradictory evidence, his carefully crafted public image could implode. And let's not forget the cameo appearances by individuals like Taylor Swift, Kate Beckinsale, and commentators who have stoked the media flames. Each cameo can further entangle public sentiment. Whether it's a settlement or a trial, one outcome is guaranteed. None of these high-profile players will walk away entirely unscathed. Conclusion: strip away the glitter of celebrity, and this saga comes down to a clash of pride, principle, and power. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have their reputations on the line, built over years of starring roles, social media charm, and meticulously crafted public appearances. Justin Baldoni stands on the opposite side, propped up by a billionaire who won't blink at any cost. Pile on the swirling controversies about hush money, overshadowed tragedies on past film sets, and swirling rumors that even drag Taylor Swift into the mix, and it's clear this isn't merely a legal dispute, it's a turning point that could redefine how the public views each star. So what happens next? Maybe they settle behind closed doors, signing forms that promise never to speak about the terms. Maybe they head to trial, unleashing a spectacle that sets new precedents for Hollywood feuds. Perhaps the biggest takeaway is that no matter your status or wealth, entering the legal arena can expose buried secrets that threaten even the strongest personal brand. In a world where one misstep can spin an entire narrative against you, every choice matters, from the moment someone calls their lawyer to the final pen stroke on a settlement agreement. Only time will tell if these powerhouse names can emerge, with their reputations intact. But one thing's for sure, viewers can't look away from this unfolding drama. And as more details leak, the allure of hidden motives and potentially devastating receipts just keeps growing. After all, this is Hollywood, where the real-life stories can be even more captivating than anything written for the big screen.